Just cleaning up in here. Obviously the inner wing's going away, but what's not going away, two other things. One, this closing panel here. So I was just removing the seams here, all this, from this joint, so we can then cut in as close as possible to that. And then right up here, which hopefully you can see, there's a rectangle here and another rectangle here, and this one tacks onto the inner wing as well, just there and there. What that is it's on this closing panel, there's a bit of a stalk that sticks out, and that attaches the closing panel to the lower dash rail. So we need to make sure we're not cutting through that. That will need releasing off of here, just a bit grinding away. So that's got us cut mostly. Obviously my cut hasn't quite come through here. Trouble is, this, you see there's a bit of a weld line here where a repair has been on there, so this is not just one skin. There you can see the patch over the original inner wing. Just a tiny bit left to cut there, and here where it's welded onto the support bar inside, just need to take that off. Then hopefully this bit will be out. Hey, I guess that was all that was holding it in. So shelf's not too bad, it's surface rust. Obviously this is all the new panel and a new bit of floor. So now that bit needs picking off, but obviously got to make sure we don't damage this panel here that we're going to keep, and the mount bracket up here. But progress, we've got a new hole. Right, just disassembling this doorpost here, show you what we've done so far. So this piece is the patch, so we'll get rid of that. So now we've got original inner sill here, or inner wing I should say, or flitch panel someone would call this. So we're just peeling that away from there. So now you can see the closing panel. So this is the post closing panel, which is in reasonable good condition, just a little bit down that edge there. So you get some seam weld just here, and then down the rest of it it's sort of spot welded on, but only occasionally. So see there was one there, and then we're just removing one here, so that should pull down a bit more to the next spot weld. So we're just going to drill that one out and then keep going down until I've got that removed. Right, another piece, that's the original inner wing removed. Just leaving basically this panel, which is the closing panel, and the shelf support just comes attached to the closing panel normally. Certainly the heritage ones do. So that's all stripped away there, needs cleaning up just with a bit of flat disc. And then what I need to do is drill out those spot welds down there. I'm going to have to remove some of my bracing once I've got them all drilled out, and then the new panel will go on. Incidentally, in case we can't remember, this is the new panel here. So as you can see, there's the A panel, there's the hinge support panel, and then you've got this where the door strap goes, and obviously the whole inner wing and flitch panel, closing panel, A panel. I needed to obviously disconnect this bar, which I then can just pull this side of the upright. So when we put it back in, we'll be able to line up the old welds where they were on this bar, and make sure that these plates end up in the same position here, and then down there, sorry there, I just had to detach that as well, because I need to bring the whole thing away so I can finish drilling out these welds. We've just removed this piece because I need to be able to drive in there to separate these spot welds, so I've got to be able to get in at this angle, and that plate was in the way. So hopefully we'll be able to get our screwdrivers and chisels in here now and split these apart. See how we get on. Right, just a couple of things on technique of how I've been trying to get this out. So obviously, as we know, we've got rid of this plate, so we can drive in between this one and the hinge plate. I've been using that, which obviously is it's a Stanley scraper, quite high quality. I've been able to push this in here and actually hit it up and down with the hammer until I get to points where it's stuck. So I've been hitting it up until it won't go any further, and then I can hit it down, and that'll tell me if it's stuck on the top or the bottom of the drilled hole. Then once I've found somewhere where it's stuck, just opened it up a little bit, see like I have there, and then gone in with the 1mm cutting disc just to release it. So that's one thing. And the other thing I was going to show is this is now released off of this side. You can see that's moving all the way up. I think I just need to, because I want to leave this plate in place, I just need to deform this plate slightly here and here. Don't actually think it's welded there. Just needs slightly opening up. Then there are 4 welds, 2 at the top and 2 at the bottom, which I have drilled out to 6mm, but they might not come out completely yet. But yeah, I'm just going to widen that slightly just to see if that's what's holding it, and then we'll probably be able to drill these to a bigger dive with a spot weld drill or something like that, to a bigger hole from the back, because obviously they're this direction and not this direction. Let's give that a try. Alright, so we've cut that piece out, leave him there, and the other thing I've done is just using a hammer and a drift, I've hammered that edge along there just to create that slight indentation there. Now that the A panel is kind of cutting into the doorstep. Now something I just want to show you, got that on there, and up here it looks like it's fitting, so we think we're doing quite well. And then we come and have a look at how the rest of the inner wing's fitted, and you can see we're miles out there. And if I show you these bolt holes here, you see my finger there, we're about 2 centimeters too far towards the front of the car. Here you can see it's almost the width of my finger too far forward, but if I use that and just pop it into the gap and then push, and then my little screwdriver towards the top here as well, and then my rubber mallet, that's approximately in the right place there. Hopefully you'll be able to tell that we're far better off in our positioning there now. See how these holes are almost lined up? Now I think what's happened there is when I've forced that panel behind the bulkhead, the curve in here has, you know, increased. The radius has decreased, I should say, become more concave, and it means here we're getting a lot closer to the shelf now. I think if we put some screws through here, it will pull it in obviously even tighter, and some screws at the bottom. Now, just give you an idea of how not perfect panels are. Have a look at that. Could have done a bit better there, boys, with your shrinker on that radius. So I'll probably hammer that a bit just to try and tidy that up. But yeah, sliding that behind there has made the world of difference. I was a bit worried that things had gone awry, and yeah, I'd effed it up. But now that it fits in there, I'm actually quite happy. Imagine in about a month when that's all welded in,